are live.
Hey.
Wow, welcome to LASC's Open Mic Night. My name is Sundar Kronquist. I'm your host or partial host. It depends on what happens for the duration of the night. Our scholar in residence, let's give it up for Adrian Russo. Yes. And your producer this evening is, I'm going to say it perfectly, Aaron McIntyre. Give it to him. Give it up for him tonight on that friggin' computer. All right, that's what I want to call it. I just want to call it the computer because it's really a machine. I can't say machine. Am I really a Luddite? But what is it? A board, right? It's a recording board. It's a board. What would you call it?
A soundboard.
You don't know. So what are you, 17, 18? 18, yeah, he doesn't know. But you know your phone, right? You know your code, right? I know you do. I know you do. So if this is your first time here, let me just explain that we are going to, some people have already, when you come into a mic, if you have something special that you want the MC to do, you make sure you find out who your MC is when you walk in. Find out how many minutes is the light. What does that mean? When you get the light, how many minutes do I have left? Here you have 2 minutes because you want to do 10, right? All right. And that's that red light. Is it red?
Yes.
And when you guys aren't here, I have on my little things and I put my LEDs on it. You know what that's for? No, because you're 18. No, because black don't crack, that's why. But half white just might, so I have to watch out for my skin. Oh, stop it, white people. Get over yourselves. Okay. And Asians, you never know if they're 14 or 40. Isn't that how it goes, right? It's very true. Very true. Very true. You can't tell? I can really.
That's why I keep married.
The first one? What was the first one?
Well, I had an Israeli.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, you can't make it up.
You gotta know thyself.
Oh, God. Listen, the one thing you should know that comedy is about having fun. And, of course, if you guys are watching and you love us, let us know. Follow us on LA School of Comedy. And we have a brand new thing going on with TikTok, which is exciting for me because we're doing TikTok Live. We are now creators. And I got to tell you something. It was easier taking a Polaroid. That's all I want to tell you, okay? My neck hurts, my back hurts. It's all from the phone. I talk about kids walking into the wall. I'm walking into the wall. I'm walking into traffic. Because it's my daughter. I'm like, that son of a... And I mean, when the cop pulled me over, I said to him, I have to hit send. I was so mad. I was so mad at my daughter. I said, because of you, a cop has come, right? So then she calls me. She goes, did a cop really come? And I go, yes, and the officer is here right now. And she goes, is he going to put you in jail? And I go, no, he's a kind officer. We're in L.A. And she says, well, not going to jail. This is a first. On speaker. And she's like, are you going to pick me up from Starbucks? And I was just like, oh, my God, could you ever sound more entitled and Jewish in your life? I am in downtown L.A. I don't know where I am. All I know is that there's Starbucks everywhere. And I missed the Starbucks I was supposed to pick her up at. So that's a sin. You wouldn't understand. You don't know my kids, Satan and Lucifer. Lucifer's the baby. The first time they heard that joke, they were very upset. But we are going to get this show started because that's what we do. We like to have a good time. And again, if people tell you you're funny, you probably are. You won't know till you make it from the page to the stage. You do a lot of stuff here, podcasting, correction of diction. People come here now for speech. Of course, they would come while I'm having my dental work done, so I spit all over them. And, we've got people here. We got Patty here from The Mix, the MIXX. Give him a round of applause just for being here. And we're going to bring up our first performer just to get started. And let's hear it for the one and only Adrian Russo.
Adrian.
All right. Keep it going for Sundar Kronquist, guys. Come on. She is incredible. I am on class number 2 right now. I said last time that doing her class was like Venezuelan swim lessons. My mother's from Venezuela, and the way she learned how to swim was just her dad throwing her in the pool and telling the lifeguard, no, it's fine. She'll deal with it. She'll figure it out. She was 3 years old when that happened, so she's still here, so she figured it out. So I'm trying to find my voice right now, trying to figure out what I want to do and how I want to sound, and I just really I mean, listen. When I walk down the street and the Human Rights Campaign comes up to me and says, would you like to raise money to protect your rights? It's really obvious that I'm gay, right? But I don't want to be the gay comedian because that's all everybody wants to talk about on stage. And I want to be something more than that. The thing is, though, it's hard not to talk about it when gay people are like the funniest people in the world. And they're just the best at everything. My favorite thing they're the best at and they're the funniest at is relationship drama. I have a friend who recently had to break up with someone because the girl's ex was astral projecting. If you don't know what astral projecting means, it means that the girl's ex-girlfriend was projecting her consciousness into my friend's dreams and harassing her and giving her nightmares, which is, that kind of witchcraft is something that only gay people know how to do. I've never heard of a straight person doing that. I think the witchiest quote unquote thing a straight person will do is like send their ex like a bag of toenails or something like that. But yeah, and I have another friend whose boyfriend will go and eat chili dogs every time they get into a fight so they don't have makeup sex, which is disgusting, but again, hilarious. So, you know, and it's hard not to talk about these things, but I'm going to really try my best not to talk about these things. I will talk about how much I love women, though. I recently studied for the bar exam at the Los Feliz Library, and I have never seen so many hot moms in my entire life. And I was really hoping one of them would just fall in love with me and then run away with me, away from their family, and then become my mom. But we don't want to get too deep into that. So the big thing I really wanted to talk about was the difference between someone who's significantly younger than you. You guys are 19 years old, right? Yeah. So listen, when you go to grad school, you're gonna meet mostly people who are in their early 20s, but when you're in your late 20s, there's a big difference between the two of them, right? And what I found is that like people in their early 20s, because I'm 29, so you know the life has just left my eyes. And I found like people in their early 20s, like they have so much hope. You know, they think recycling still works. They think like voting can change things. Side note, by the way, voting is a total scam. I mean, vote, you know, it's really important, but I think it's a scam. It's one of the 3 biggest scams I've ever participated in. First being voting, the second being getting an English degree from a private university, and the third, of course, being non-monogamy. Having your partner have another partner is just masochism with extra steps. Don't do it. It's awful. Yeah, so I'll never forget, I was at this New Year's party with my really good friend. Her name was Katie, and Katie is 23 years old. I'm 29 years old, like I said, and we were discussing resolutions, New Year's resolutions. And she was like, you know, like, I'm so excited for the new year. My New Year's resolution is to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, do yoga, write down my manifestation 5 times a day, no matter what I can possibly do. And then at the end, I just want to write down my wish, hold it, and then go to sleep with it. She goes, do you have any New Year's resolution? And I go, yeah, it's just to remember to breathe. So just so you guys know, that's what you guys are in for in your late 20s, because life will absolutely beat you down. But at the end of the day, you guys are here. You're taking Venezuelan swim lessons, so glad to hear that, and that's my time. Thank you so much.
And you had another bit. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Adrian Russo Comedy on Instagram. Brand new.
There you go. Brand new. Brand new. See, I'm going to teach you guys how to tag team.
When I teach you guys how to tag team, it's going to be so much easier. Because that way you just bring up the next comic and it just won't be me.
Yeah.
It will be. And so you have to see me all night, because who wants to see me? All right? And everybody is a star, except this one. Holly is a superstar. Give it up for the one and only Holly Starr. Because everybody is a star, no matter who you are. Don't be recording me.
Nope. Not.
That's a good job in the city. All right.
All right.
All right, Holly Starr.
Never leave the stage empty. Ever. I want to run a 7-minute set, if that's okay with everybody.
Yay.
Yeah.
Lighter at 5, right?
What,
What night do you want?
Light me at 6?
Got it.
Yeah. I got booked at the Improv. So it's a week. Yeah, I'm very excited. It's a week from Tuesday. So catch me there.
Make sure you tell them at the end as well.
Yes, I will. All right, so I'm going to do my set with no notes. Here we go. So do you guys know who Marie Kondo is?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. She's all about decluttering your life, if you didn't know, and I love her. All right, so what she says is if something doesn't bring you joy, or if something doesn't spark joy, get rid of it. So I got a hysterectomy. And you look way too young to know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, let me womansplain. A hysterectomy is when a doctor removes a woman's uterus. Okay, did you learn something today now?
I did.
Okay, yeah, and to like double up on it, a uterus is where all life begins. So I'm really glad I didn't get this done in Florida. Otherwise, they'd make me put my uterus back. Come on, guys. Am I in the right room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Because nobody is going to control my body.
Ever.
Ever. Except my husband when we role play. Here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. He pretends to be the government just so I can get fucked. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's so much fun when we play Republicans. Yeah, I went there. I did. And I'm proud of it too. But look, this surgery, this hysterectomy I had was medically necessary, okay, because I had fibroids. And I was told after that one of them was the size of a baby's head. What? A baby's head? Oh shit. I was like, did I just get a hysterectomy and an abortion? Oh. And no, that joke was not pro-choice. It was multiple choice.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a big deal because now I can't have kids and I don't have kids, unlike Sunda. But I want you to know I am perfectly fine with that because I thought about it. I was like, why? Why have a kid when I already have a husband? Yeah, he hates when I tell that joke. I told him I would and I just did. But it's okay. I'll make it up to him. See, what we'll do after the show is we'll role play. Except this time, he'll be the comedian, and I'll laugh at how hard he works for no pay. Come on, man. I did that for you. There you go. I got a smile. All right. So, look, back to this. I'm sure some of you have had surgery before, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. The night before is really weird. You know, like the night before I was in the shower getting ready. I don't know how you get ready for surgery down here. Like, what do? Do I bejewel it and make it porn star ready? Like, what the fuck? Is this a date? Actually, kind of was. Because the next day I had 3 doctors inside me. Not gonna lie, Patty, that was kind of a dream come true. Yeah, I just wish I was awake for it, you know? I mean, they did get it on video. I call it my first sex tape. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with up here. But, yeah, so after the surgery, this is really weird. I had these like self-dissolving stitches that had spikes. I literally had, yeah, dude, I had barbed wire down there, all right? And I was told not to have sex. After a while, I was like, oh, fuck it. All right, honey, come here. Come here. It's all right. You can enter. Just don't back up. Yeah. My husband was not willing to touch that with a 10-foot pole, okay? And yeah, he has a 10-foot pole. I only said that in case he's listening. Hi, honey. But yeah, I mean, look, it was sharp. It was sharp down there. If anyone's Jewish, in 1 month I had 3 brisses. You got that. Cool. No, but look, cool. Right on. Shalom. Yeah. So they took so much out of me, man. They took out my cervix, my fallopian tubes, my uterus. Like, I'm practically a fucking dude now. All right. And you know how I know this, Patty? Because now I can parallel park.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what? It's cool, but what? Guys, I no longer have my period. I just have question marks. You know? This is crazy. But look, I decided to embrace it. I'm going to embrace this dude thing. So I tried a little cologne, a little Jacquard Noir. Yeah, it just made me want to fuck myself. I was surprised 'cause I'm not even Persian.
Hey.
Oh, I went there. I did. Oh, and another guy. I love being in a room full of guys. Check this shit out. I stopped asking for directions. Yeah, because now I know exactly where I'm going to get lost. Yeah, right, that way. That way. But on the plus side, though, I'm kind of into football now, yeah. And pegging. Dude, my husband's only into football. It's going great. It's going great. But, okay, cool. Let's see what, I did lose my job this year, but it's okay. I just don't feel bad for me. Because now that I'm practically a white male, I am sure I'm going to find another one by tomorrow. Right, bro? Right, bro? Don't leave me hanging. You're not white? You look white.
I know.
Oh, all right. Right, bro?
Irish, we don't fit in either. We have a complicated story. Don't know if you're familiar with it.
I don't want to know. You look white to me. Thank you for the virtual fist bump. Because you know what? I'm going to get better pay now. That was the whole idea of that joke. And then last thing to end it. I find myself lying a little more than I should. Like, weird shit happens after you have surgery. Here, let me explain, okay? If I'm now in a bad mood, like I'm cranky for absolutely no reason, I say to my husband, I'm like, hey, I'm on somebody else's period. And he's like, cool, all right. And you know why he's like, cool, all right? Because he doesn't want to get his ass pegged. All right, thanks for letting me try all that out. Where's my time? 7:13. Okay, 7:13. Yeah, I just decided to do an act out on that last one, and I froze. 7:30.
We're going to remind people of your name, where they're going to find you, and about that show.
Yeah, and yes, I will. And I have a little bit of time, right? Like I have 10 technically. I'm just going to do a little bit of crowd work, if that's okay.
Right,
yeah, and then I'll hit you guys up and see you at the improv. What did you do today?
I taught kids tennis.
You taught kids tennis? You play tennis?
I do.
Wow. I have no jokes for people who play tennis.
He's got balls.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, I love a room full of comedians. This is fucking great. Why don't you guys fill in the blank? What was that?
Lean in more.
One more.
Like lean into it.
Lean into it. You've got balls. Oh, not literally? Okay. All right, one more shot. One more shot. All right, sir. What do you do for a living?
I work at Santa Monica College. I work disability services.
You work for disability services at SMC.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you're doing the Lord's work. I will. I will work on my crowd work another night. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, you can find me on Instagram, Holly Star Comedy. If you want tickets to the show at the Improv on the 3rd of September, they're in my bio. Thank you.
Thank you. There we go. I had to make sure that we prove that there's not a dearth of women in comedy. And talk about women. This one is definitely a magnet. Let's give it up for Lee Schwartz, ladies and gentlemen. So you're timing yourself, correct?
Yes, I am.
You're going to time yourself. Well, watch anyway.
All right, good to be here. Thank you, everything. I'm so close to getting my girlfriend here, and then I thought, way too risky. I'm not doing it because I end up saying terrible things, and I can no longer control myself. And I can't take that choice. It just goes off tangent, and I don't know. So, but I'm feeling lately, not so great. So, not because of my girlfriend, but one of those things. But if I'm feeling not so good, you know what I do? I find a homeless person. I do, and give some money to him, just like that. Just instant, quick fix. I feel good. Most times it works. Unfortunately, 3rd Street Promenade. I went down there. I ran a homeless person. I saw the food, money, and I'm like, go with the food. I happen to have a sandwich, you know. So I gave him a sandwich, and he said, you know, what is that? I said, it's a sandwich. And I said, I don't eat those sandwiches. I'm a vegetarian. And I said, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it. How would I know? I'm sorry. And he said, yeah, you should know. And I said, no, I mean, so do you want me to get another one? He started to get upset, and I'm like, I'm not sticking around. I'm sorry. So I take off, and then I'm tail between my legs. I get on the road. I'm driving, and so I realized back in Boston, a good thing to do if you're feeling down is let someone go. Let them go, you know. And maybe you get a thank you high back, and there you go, a little boost there. LA, it's really hard to find somebody. You're hard-pressed to find anybody, honestly. And so they're just doing everything. They don't care about you. And so I let go, and no acknowledgement, no nothing. You know, I'm not even on the radar, honestly. And they're too busy live streaming, whatever they're doing, doing makeup or anything, but just get out of the traffic. They don't care about that. So, and better chance of running to someone that's, pissed off or in road rage mode or anything like that. So, I wrote, and that happens sometimes, actually back in Boston, road rage was way simpler, straight to the point. Basically, I cut someone off, unintentionally, by the way. He goes crazy, just loses it. He's like, fuck you, I'm going to ruin your whole weekend. He's like, and I'm not great at comebacks, really. So he says, pull over. And I said, I'm not pulling over. No, I don't do that. And I'm like, and I just kept going. That's it, and that's it. And next thing I know, LA, same type of deal. I'm at a light, I'm going, and the guy's like, go. And I take 1 second, too much hesitation, and he's mad. But then I slow down real slow, just because he's a jerk, I'm a jerk. It's fair, right? So, but then he gets extra pissed. He drives around. He's like, you should go back to whatever crack house you came out of. You're such a loser. Get that fuck out of here. You can't drive. And once again, I'm like, I'm not from a crack house. And you should be a better person. You should have some patience, really. And he gets even madder. He motions me to go off to the right and then to fight me, actually. And so for a second there, I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. And then cowardice kicks in, and I'm like, fake right, go left, right down the California incline. Goodbye. And there I showed him, faked him out. He's sitting there seething and angry, and he doesn't, maybe he was late to his appointment or something, and he's mad. He didn't get to fight me, sorry. But don't mess with me, I'm telling you. I'll fake you out. You think I'm going to fight, and I don't fight. And I leave you in the dust, And so I felt kind of good after that, but then it, wore off a little bit. Then my ex-girlfriend actually, she said, every Sunday she takes a bag of quarters and goes to meters that are low and, fills it up for complete strangers. So I said, sounds really silly, but I did it, and I tried it. And I go, I think it was Beverly Hills, like, go down, and I'm putting it in. A guy comes out, he's like, what are you doing? Get away from my car. Get away from my car. What are you doing? And I said, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to do, and he's like, no, you do Mother Teresa somewhere else. Go do whatever, anyway. So it all adds up to me not feeling so great, and I hope you guys feel better, and maybe let someone go by and thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Oh, wow. So that was it. That was Act 1, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, I tore through that. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so one last thing before I go. As I said, I'm dealing with my girlfriend, but it's over with. It's over with. I don't have to deal with her anymore. I just lock her in a closet. And, she keeps me in prison. I keep her in prison. She's really not so bad, really. She's just not so good. But and the latest thing was, I'm putting chairs. There are 4 identical chairs. Keep this in mind. Okay. Now I go to move one, and she's like, it doesn't go there. They're identical chairs. They are identical chairs, like all the same, just like that. And I'm like, well, why does that go there? And she doesn't answer me, and she knows that, because I know she knows that there's a reason why that chair goes, and she won't let me. She just wants, orders, follow orders. Do not, don't question things. So I put it, and I'll put it. She's like, yeah, that's right. And then what about the next one? And I tried to. She's like, no, that's on the other side. So I'm like, I'm gonna get out quick. I gotta go. And you could rearrange the chairs any which way you please, because it's too much stress. I can't handle it. I'm gonna just, Get someone else to do it, honestly. I'm not your man. I don't rearrange chairs well. I barely can do my laundry, And most of the time, I understand why she's so mad at me, because most of the time I don't really follow anything she tells me. She gives me, and like 4 steps. She does 4 steps of things I need to do. And I'll be lucky to get one thing done, And so she's going out the door, and she's like, do this, vacuuming, take the dryer, and then do some, take the dogs out for a little bit. And she's out the door, and my mind's blank. And I really, there's something about laundry, something about vacuuming. That's it. It's gone. It's out. And then she comes back 2 hours later. And it clicks like 5 minutes she's coming back, and I realize there's some vacuuming. I can do that or make it seem like I vacuum, but then there's something in the dryer. I knew there's something in the dryer. And she I know, and I scrambled to think about what's the most important thing she'd like me to do. I'll just go with that. And I've about 5 minutes to do. What are the things that she told me I could do, take about 5 minutes. And by the time she's coming up, I'm figuring out, and I realize there is stuff in the dryer that I have to put on, and I put it on top of the table. And that's what I was supposed to do, the dryer. I remember that was the thing, the dryer. And I don't know if there's anything else. I still can't remember. But there was something about this. So, but maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
Where do we find you? Right here?
Oh, I'm Lee Schwartz. You can find me at lee.schwartz585.
There you go. There you go. Good job. Well, you like that new mic stand, huh?
Yeah, it's very nice. Very
Gotta take
nice.
it.
I like it.
Gotta take care of it. I know. But it's gonna make me look fat, and I hate that. All right, so we got a new comedian in here tonight. Let's give it up for MK. Is that you, MK Guerra?
I'm not going.
You're not going up? Well, then we're gonna give it up for your buddy over here. What was your name again, brother? Douglas, right? And was it Douglas Bargia? Begra. Okay. Douglas Begra, ladies and gentlemen. There's a light. You have 2 minutes.
How's it going, everybody? Man, it is great to be in Westwood. My name is Douglas Bengura. I'm from the Bay Area. You know what I like about Westwood? It's not South Central. Okay, that is why it's just like nobody's shooting me. I can live and breathe and all that stuff. So that's so that's fun. You know what I've realized? When you're handsome, everybody's gonna tell you that you're handsome. Man, you're a handsome guy. You're a good-looking dude, man. But when you're ugly, see, you gotta find that shit out by yourself. Okay? One time I hit this girl up. I'm like, hey, we should get coffee, and she's like, actually, I have 3 papers due Friday. Bitch, we're on summer break. We on summer break. How do you have 3 papers if we're on summer break? That's just crazy to me. Just say I'm ugly, okay? I'll take the L and I'll move on with my life, I just moved to LA about a year ago. Man, you know what I've realized? Homeless people in LA are different, okay? I was walking to the Starbucks in Figueroa, right, and then I see this homeless man outside. I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna be a good person and get some heaven points. So I get into the Starbucks, I get 2 coffees, I come outside, I give him one. He looks at the coffee, looks at me, looks at the coffee, he says, is this 2% milk? Motherfucker, I'm gonna make you 2% of yourself. Oh wait, you already are. That's just wild, bro. Man, so I actually go to a rich school. I'm poor, but I go to rich school. I go to USC. Rich kids, celebrities, whatever the fuck. I don't give 2 fucks, okay? So I made the mistake of asking my buddy Jack, okay, how he got here for fall, right, from summer break. I'm like, hey, Jack, how'd you get here? And he's like, yeah, I flew first class Delta. you know who didn't fly first class Delta Jack? Me, motherfucker, me. But I was confident in my skin, so I said, matter of fact, I flew first class Spirit. Yeah. I had the whole seats to myself. I'm so convenient. I had the whole seat to myself. I paid $10 for my coffee and $5 every time I had to use the bathroom. How convenient. How convenient. Y'all have that one friend that has DD tendencies? Like, we're at the beach, all right? We're chilling. There's girls, there's wine. Everybody's chilling. We're having fun. And then out of nowhere, bro's just like has an epiphany, okay? He's like, man, do you ever just want to fuck a dude sometimes? No, motherfucker. Mind you, this guy's straight. Or is he? Anyway, so I'm like, no, Negro, no. We're not doing that. Don't say that. That's just wild, you know? That's just wild. Man, makes me think of the old high school days, man. So I played football in high school. And it was fun, man. It was fun playing football. I was always on the field stretching. I was always on the field stretching. Nah, I was horrible, man. I was terrible. I was so bad, I was a wide receiver. Those are the guys that catch the ball, okay? The only time I caught the ball is if they handed it to me, okay? I was that bad. And one time, coach is like, hey, Doug, get in. We're like down 60, okay? So I'm like, okay, put me in, coach. I got in, the wide receiver lined up, did a 3-yard slant, got knocked the fuck out, okay? Linebacker came down. For those of you that don't know, linebackers are the guys that just got out. Yeah, so they're about that life. I was blacked out there, woke up, I was like, man, what the fuck is going on, okay? And now guess what I did? Guess what I did? I lined up as a corner when I'm a wide receiver. If a corner is supposed to be a defensive position, we on offense. So this is what it looks like. The corner that's supposed to guard me is there. Now I'm corner. So now there's two corners looking at each other. So it's me and the other guy. I'm like, what is going on? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first and last time I touched the field. So yay to my football career. That's why I make jokes now. Yeah, that's why I make jokes now. Man, so I'm from Sierra Leone. It's a country in West Africa. Man, growing up in Sierra Leone, we got beef for everything and anything, bro. We got breathe for eating. We got breathe for breathing, okay? I got beat so much. Coming to America felt like I escaped slavery. That's how much I got beat all the time. I got beat for existing, man. That's just crazy, man. I got beat for everything. You know what else is funny? Growing up in Sierra Leone, we all thought that everybody in America was white. I don't know why we thought that, but we just did. I just went with the flow. I just went with the flow. Everybody else thought. So coming to America, like the movie, land at JFK. Welcome, everybody. I am happy to be here. Yeah, and I step outside the airport, and this random guy comes up to me. He's black, by the way. A random guy comes up to me and says, hey, man, can I get $1? I looked at him like, Negro, please. Didn't they tell you this was an all-white party? What you mean you here, bro? I'm supposed to be the black guy here. Why are you here? This is my job, bro. But back up, bro. Back up, bro. It's just, what are you doing? You know? So I have African parents, Sierra Leonean parents, and my mom, she wanted me to be a doctor since I was like 8, okay? I was 8, she busts into my room. Hey, Douglas, what do you want to be in life? Mom, I'm 8. Yeah, I'm actually, I don't know. You're a doctor. You doctor. Okay, Mom, I'm a doctor, get it. So from 8 to 18, learning to become a doctor. At 18, woo, she gets a 180, just U-turn. I'm like, hey, Mom, I want to be an actor. Oh my God, my enemies have succeeded. My enemies have succeeded. You might as well work at McDonald's now. What are you? You're supposed to be the golden son. What are you doing with your life? But then I got into USC and she's like, yes, God has done it. God has done it. God has done it. My son. The ancestors are proud of you now. The ancestors are proud of you. So basically, I was actually going to be a contributing member of society. And then I decided to tell jokes. So now I'm doing that. And my mom, she doesn't know how to text. So this Friday afternoon, she texts me, "Hey Douglas, your uncle is dead," with a skeleton emoji.
Oh.
Wow, that's just crazy. And then after that, the other day, she's like, "You know, your dad and I, we've been going through some things. I filed the divorce papers," with a crying emoji. You know what that's gonna do to my life? I don't think you realize what that's gonna do to my life, okay? Man, but America, like, I'm not trying to be like America, but America is so great. You know, the American dollar is so valuable. Like, America is that's the greatest country, it's the greatest country ever. Okay, let's get a clap for that.
Yes,
It's the greatest country ever. I don't know what nobody told you, but it's the greatest country ever. Okay, so going back to Australia, I went to visit, and I had the American dollars, you know. I felt like Jeff Bezos had a McDonald's. You know, that's how I felt like I could buy. You know what? Give her the store. I want the entire store. You know? So I went there, my dollars, and I asked for a shawarma. Okay, I'm like, "How much is that?" It's like, the lady's like, "Yeah, it's 15,000 leons." I'm like, "You know what? Give me 15. I'm from America, yo. I could buy this whole store. The dollar is that valuable." Man, y'all watch the Olympics? Yeah? You know what's funny? Kevin Durant, okay? Kevin Durant is like that rich basketball player that is also homeless. Like, he always looks like he's a homeless person. I don't know why, but he just always does, okay? I don't know why. Bro, you have millions. Just get a haircut, bro. It's not gonna change anything. Just get a haircut. My barber Juan can line you up. I got you, bro, you know? So, yeah. You know what? I heard a quote, a wonderful quote. It says, your life partner, y'all listen up. So your life partner can either be your other half or to make you half of yourself. Now that's deep. I'm like, man, that just makes me thinking. At this point, I'm like 1/16 of myself. Like, y'all, have a moment of silence for me, y'all, you know? Just been through a lot, you know, but hey, we're making it. My name is Douglas Bangura. You can catch me at Douglas Bangura on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you spell your last name for them?
Douglas Bangura is Bangura. It's at Douglas Bangura. Thank you very much.
There you go. I knew you, huh? Nice young comic here, right? Going out for the first time doing things. So if you guys are ready for action, you're going to have action, and I'm going to introduce you to the creator of the Film Actors Cafe. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So can you switch ears?
Sure.
And also, if you need a tape, he's also going to be producing. And did you think you could lock it up? You think you could lock it up tonight?
Yeah.
You think you could?
Yeah.
All right. So guys, did you record him? Look at these two, how cute they are, Patty. Look. Oh. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Is it more fun in Sierra Leone?
It's more fun here. I'll take care. I'll take care.
All right. You know anybody in the diamond business? All right. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. No. I'm wearing pearls and I'm wearing a little diamond.
Maybe cobalt.
But let me tell you what's so exciting is that we're having an acting class here, and that this gentleman already has an established acting class, and never mind that, his student is on SVU, so I'm like really excited. And it's like she wrote a big thing about him, like, you guys never do about me. And that's okay, I'm not bitter. So let's give it up for the one and only Aaron McIntyre. Let him hear you.
Love it, huh? Give this to the people. Power to the people! Yeah. Hey, everybody. Aaron McIntyre. It's spelled A-E-R-O-N, so don't call me A-A-Ron, because that's, the first thing is because that's a fucking old joke, okay? It's not funny anymore, not funny anymore. It might be funny if you saw it for the first time, but if you've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times, which most of us have. Let's see here. I've been playing on this, so... It's all right. Hi, everybody. Hello out there in TV land. You know, I was thinking, you know, there's a lot of talk now. You know, I'm looking out here and I'm thinking I wish there were more black people. Because, you know, White people are always judgmental, right? You're all judge. Oh, you're not white. Okay. And you're not white. You're not white. Oh, yeah. And Sarish, I did want to talk to you about this, because there's a lot of people who are like, have you seen it? I don't know if you've noticed, I don't have any hair on the top of my head, but I got hair everywhere else. Everywhere else. So I was thinking about having a transplant, but then it would just look like I had a bunch of fur on my head, which would be really bad. But I see a lot of guys walking around now with the man bun. They got the man bun on top, and everything else is shaved. And it's like, is that a fuck you to bald people? It's like, look, I could shave all where you can grow hair and grow hair where you can't. I'm just like, geez, it's kind of cruel. I mean, it breaks my heart when I see it. I'm walking down the street, I see some hipster walking along with his fucking beads and his sandals and his little, whatever the fuck they wear. And, it kind of gets under my skin. Right as COVID started, my brother, who is one of the most horrible human beings I've ever met in my life. I swear to God, he is, bro. He is one of the worst people that I've ever met, and now he is or was, because he did die. He put my mother in a nursing home, like the month that COVID started. So what happened in nursing homes is they basically just locked everybody in their rooms, to keep them from the general pop, gen pop, keep them out of gen pop. And so they locked her in there, and she kind of went a little nuts, and she was a very outgoing woman, let's just put it that way. And so they put her in the dementia ward, and so then she starts calling me every day going, get me out of here! I want you to get me out of here and get him out of my house, because my brother was living at her house. And so I went out there and got her out of the home. I had to go and get my brother out of her house, which was not an easy thing because he's 12 years older than me and horrible alcoholic. But I finally got him out, got mom home and everything, took care of her for 6 months. But I didn't do a very good job because she died. Did it get dark in here suddenly? Did all the lights go out? It's okay. She wanted to go. I swear to God. She was 98, for God's sakes. 98 years old. That's a pretty damn good life. If I live to 98, it'll be a miracle. If I make it to 70, it'll be a miracle because of all of the shit that I've done earlier in my life. But she really wanted to go. As a matter of fact, she would lay around all day going, goodbye, 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 goodbye. She just would say goodbye in every possible way that she could think of to get off the planet. She'd come out in the morning, sit down in front of the oatmeal with lots of butter on her toast. She always made sure that I put lots of butter on her toast. And she would just go, God, if somebody, could you just take me out and back and shoot me? But I did learn a lot about her. I learned that, one thing I learned is that dementia is not fun. It's not fun. God, that is really dark shit. I didn't know what I was going to say, so I decided to talk about my dead mother. Ah, that's really great. Let me talk about another cheery subject. How about abortion? Let's talk about abortion, because there's nothing that us Democrat fucking Marxist, communist, baby-eating people like more than abortion. That's all we want to talk about, right? I was thinking about it because we've got a way to solve this. This is a great thing, right? All women have to do is get together with their partner or their test tube or petri dish or wherever they get their sperm, and they get together with them and they incorporate, right? Because you're producing, it's reproduction, so you're producing something, so you are basically a baby factory. And I don't mean that with any disrespect. I swear to God, you women are the only people who can handle having a baby. So props to you, because none of the men in here could fucking handle it. I'm telling you right now, because I've had one. And I know, because I used to, no, I'm kidding. But anyway, so the reason you incorporate is because people can't do anything to you, right? You become one single unit who is producing something. So if you're producing something, you can stop production anytime you want, right? Just like any car factory can go, you know, the thing is not really a good car, so let's just stop the production there. So you could just say, no, I'm stopping production. I'm sorry, I'm out of the business. And they can't do anything to you. I think that that would be a really good way to handle the this whole crisis thing. Because it's a crisis. It's one of the most important things that we're dealing with right now is a bunch of people trying to say, no, you can't have that, you can't do that, and they all talk like that. No, I'm not saying anything against the Southern people. Okay, God, please don't cancel me. Cancel. I was about to cancel. Yeah. So the other thing, about the whole race thing, because, when I say that white people are judgmental and black people have already convicted me. So, yes, I am white, and I accept that, and I apologize for my ancestors, even though none of my ancestors had slaves, because my ancestors came over from Ireland, and we all know what the Irish were like, right, Patty?
Indeed, we do.
Yeah, he's from there himself. It's really quiet in here right now. I'm just meditating. Hold on a second, I'm getting it. People always talk about that, people of color, because we don't want to say black or Hispanic, or I don't know, they just say people of color. Am I of no color? Do I have no color? I think I am a crew. Wouldn't you agree? Maybe a light tan, maybe a, I don't know, pink. Am I pink? I don't know. But I got some color. I am not colorless. Correct? That's all I wanted, is just some affirmation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm leaving. So let me see if I got a list, because now we don't have one. So let's see here. We got, okay, up next, we got a fabulous guy who's been over here. He's been very supportive, very supportive. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for Billy Ramirez.
Thank you, Aaron. I'm hungry, though. That you're distracting me with your full-throated endorsement of that burrito a few minutes ago. And you mentioned Spirit Airlines first class. I'm upset that Southwest Airlines has gotten rid of the free seating, because whenever I got seating Class A, I always felt like it was poor man's first class. But anyways, my name is Billy Ramirez. First-generation Mexican-American. Que pasa, familia? Órale. Yeah. I've never been able to do that whistle. I've practiced it. Never been able to do that whistle. I like to consider myself an office Latino, which explains the skin tone. But I say you have no idea how hilarious that was to me, where you looked me directly in the face and you said, well, you look white. Like I didn't know. Like, it's great. I can speed. Like, I can lightly trespass places. It's amazing. It's like, and then even Aaron mentioned people of color, person of color. One of my favorite ways to introduce myself is, hi, I'm Billy, person of color. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Anyways, oh, geez, I already threw myself off. Office Latino, and then whatever. So yeah, I'm a light-skinned Latino. I might not be able to fix your transmission, but I can put together a website or a PowerPoint a toda madre. That means real swell. Let's see what I want to talk about. I want to get. I usually rush through my sets. I'm pretty new to comedy. Not that new to comedy, but people have been getting personal here and trying to do that. So, no, I mean, I'm serious. I want to talk about how I got into comedy. When I was growing up, I've been into stand-up comedy my entire life, ever since I was a little kid. And the reason for that is because my experience as a first-generation Mexican-American sucked, to be honest with you. And I needed comedy to get me through the day. Like, there's Latino comedians who are able to distill their backgrounds into, like, hilarious characters and bits and sets. And I haven't been able to do that yet, because I got to, like, dig through a lot of, like, yelling and chanclas and whatnot, and then maybe at some point I'll be able to strike some gold. But I started doing stand-up comedy a few years ago when I started unpacking this childhood and this journey of, like, self-growth and personal discovery. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I a good person? And I feel like I get tested on that, like, randomly, like throughout the day. Like, for example, a few days ago, I was walking down Santa Monica Boulevard, and I saw a cyclist with no helmet just rush through a red light. And my first initial reaction was, I hope you get hit by a car. Which is it's mean. I know it's mean. I was like, well, let's relax. And then I thought about it for a second. Like, why wasn't my initial reaction, I hope you get a helmet, or I hope you stop at the red light. Like, I was on the 405. I was getting off the 405 the other day, and I saw a shoe near the shoulder, and I got concerned. Like, one random shoe. And then I drove a little further, and then I saw the other shoe, and then I wasn't concerned anymore, because that's really all I cared about, just that the shoe has its own pair. Because because if someone got hit enough to get hit out of their shoes, like, there's probably no reason to be concerned at that point anymore. Anyways, I don't know. See, does that make me a bad person? Like, on Santa Monica Boulevard over by Federal, there's a billboard that says, I don't know what it's for, but it just says, climbed Everest blind. And I wasn't impressed, never been impressed by that. Because, like, if you get to Everest, blind or not, if you want to climb Everest, how many options do you have? Like, it's not left, it's not right, it's not down, it's up, right? So I was, like, looking at that billboard, just being a complete hater, just like, ugh, climbed Everest. Like, if that said I put this billboard up blind, like, I'd be impressed, something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I guess that does make me a bad person, because nobody laughed. That's great. That's wonderful. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you're not going to laugh at this one either. I saw a video on Instagram of this short person bench pressing 400 pounds, and I was immediately a hater. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's impressive that you can do 400 pounds, but I'd be able to bench press 400 pounds, and my arms were a quarter-inch long. Like, dunk a basketball, and all right, never mind. Just all of that is very, very new, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Let's see. All right. I've done all that stuff a bunch of times. I want to do the whole, give me a topic. That's been fun. I've done that twice. Yeah, someone give me a topic. That's fun.
Airplanes.
Airplane. Well.
Okay.
Baseball. Second dates.
Men.
Baseball.
Pubic hair.
Pubic hair.
Funny to begin with. It's
Yeah.
a good place to start, brothers.
Pubic hair. So actually, kind of coincidentally, I watched this show, One Star Reviews. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. This guy who just visits, like, 1-star places, and he went to go get lasered at a one-star place, and, like, he's Middle Eastern, and, like, there was a lot of talk about his pubic hair. So all I want to say is, like, I'm glad I have a manageable, natural amount of pubic hair. That's all I want to say. Like, I mean, if you have that, congratulations, be happy with that. But if it's, But also, I'm glad that there seems to be a movement where the Bush is coming back, and I'm for that. So I don't mean George Bush, although I saw a comment the other day. I'm going to transition from Bush to politics somehow. I saw a comment on the internet the other day. It's like, can we just go back to a time where if the Democrats didn't lose an election, we didn't fear that the planet was going to end? Like George Bush, you're like, all right, because, like, George Bush, like, whatever, you might think he's evil, but at least you thought that he was doing it, for the sake of the United States, not against the United States. But anyways, whatever. So that was my Bush/pubic hair material. What did you say?
Tennis.
Tennis. Jeez, like, I'm not white, so I don't have any tennis material. Racket sports are like black arts to me. I don't understand racket sports because, like, it goes back to when I was in high school. We would get into PE and play badminton, and I'm gonna say it. All the Asians knew how to hit the shit out of the shuttlecock. Like, I don't know how, and, like, I never been able to do that. Like, in tennis, I don't know how to control the ball. Like it's a bouncy ball, and you have this racket. The only thing I ever want to do is just hit it out over the courts. Like I just have, maybe that's my issue with tennis, that I just have no self-control, to do all the slices and all that. And I'm decent at Mario Tennis on the Nintendo 64. But in terms of tennis, I'm going to say I'm pro grunt because it annoys a lot of people. I love that. I'm pro grunt, and I miss John McEnroe. I miss when tennis players would just rip into fans, like, or umpires, like, you cannot be serious. Yeah, I miss that. I miss those days of tennis. Anyways, another topic.
Musical theater.
Musical theater. Ooh, I think in a different life I would have been a musical theater kid.
No kidding.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I played drums. I do stand-up comedy. I would have done, like. And I think YouTube kind of proved it, because the other day, just randomly on my algorithm, I got recommended Allison Smith singing "Hard Knock Life" from the original Annie, and like I didn't know that 3 days ago, but now I know it. So maybe YouTube is onto something, that I should pursue some musical theater dreams. That's not that funny, but all right, whatever. Another topic.
Worst thing that you've ever bought?
Worst thing that I've ever bought.
Like a scam, maybe.
A car. I bought a car, a no down payment, while hungover. Yeah, because it was a turbo. So this little car, and it cost me like 3 times as much as I should have paid. Yeah. So the lesson is, don't buy a car hungover or drunk. Actually, if I were filthy rich, I would buy cars drunk all the time. So that's something I aspire to, is just to get so much money just to
How
walk
did you
in.
feel when you got it?
It was great. It was amazing. It had turbo, it was stick, it was so fast. Like, I didn't think about the fact that I was going to pay, I was going to pay it off for so long. But I paid it off, so it's great.
Ancient Greece.
Ancient Greece. Is that like the Roman Empire thing?
No.
I haven't figured out my Roman Empire thing. Where what's the dude with the Roman Empire? Anyway, so that's all I have for today. Let's give it up for Adrian. What's your last name? Russo. Adrian Russo.
All right, everybody, give it up for Billy Ramirez.
Yeah.
All right, keep it going. So our next person, I have no idea. I cannot read Sunda's handwriting, and I do not understand the order. So I'm just going to say, Sarush, you're going on? All right, everybody, give it up for Sarush. He's got nicer hair than me. That's what everybody says. So, I mean, look at this mop.
You got great hair.
Thanks.
How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Yeah. Fantastic. Wow, you are so focused. Good stuff. Good stuff. I love Sunda. I love the LA School of Comedy. I've been one of my dreams was to, like, I was like, oh, I want to host here. I want to host here so bad. I was like, oh, Sunda, would you ever want to host? And I was like, she's like, oh yeah, let me think about it. You have to put in some time. And then you guys come here for you're like I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, and they're in. I was like, I don't know how that makes me feel. But you guys are wonderful. So obviously, good choice. I'm gonna sit today. I have been. I'm reaching out to my ex. Some thoughts. Yes, you have some thoughts. You're like, no way. Hey, no. That's okay. It's fair. It's free. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. But a lot of people have that reaction. They're like, don't do it. And it makes, like, I get, they're like, what's your reasoning? Why do you want to do it? Like, are you lonely? Are you sad? Like, like, what happened? You don't want to, maybe you're just like, are you not dating anybody? And like, all those are true, but like, I was but they're not like, I really feel like I don't necessarily need anyone. I don't need anyone right now. I went on a date like a few months ago. Like I don't feel like I am lonely in that way. So like when I'm going, and like it was a great relationship. I felt like I ended it because I wasn't ready. She was my first girlfriend, and I ended it after 10 months. I was like, oh, like I just am not sure for like marriage. That was where I was like thinking in my head. I was like, I'm a person who like projects. I like overthink everything. So I'm like, oh, okay, if we're here for 10 months, like if we're here for a year, like my brain's like, we're probably gonna get married. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Yes. What will I say next? So that is, so basically that's pretty much where I was with that. And like, but it was a great relationship. Like there was nothing wrong. She was like, it was going really well. Like my family loved her. My grandma was getting her earrings for Christmas. You know, like family loved her. Everybody was like, oh my God, she's great. You're great for each other. And so it wasn't like, it did not make sense. And so like after a couple years, like I felt like, oh, now I feel like, you know, I'm ready to like kind of settle down if I wanted to. I don't know if that's what she wants, but like I thought like I'm gonna be, I definitely don't know. I don't want what Lee has. I'm scared. Like if it's that, I'm gonna be like, don't run away so fast. You are. I don't know how to read you. You see. Like I can't tell if it's judgment or just listening. I think so. Probably. I'm not sure. I can't tell. It's okay if it's judgment. But for me, like that was why I was like, you know what? It was a great relationship. I still have feelings for her. I'm gonna reach out. And it's left me with a ton of like. I'm very open with my family. They know everything about me. They know when I had the first time I had sex. They knew like, you know, whatever crazy stuff was like whenever I like got excited about a girl, like maybe I just like saw a girl, like they knew that I was excited about a girl and I hadn't talked to her yet. They know everything. So they knew that I was gonna go up to this girl and just like basically talk to her about it. And it was kind of, I guess like it was a little annoying at like, because we had like this like pool party. Imagine like pool party for Persians. We're all there. My cousin's white fiance is there. He's really cool. I like him a lot. And everybody was like, every second they were always asking like, oh, how's the girl? How's the girl? Like, are you gonna ask the girl? And for me, like, I'm not a very, like, a feeling, like, I will talk about my feelings, but I don't understand, like, when is it enough for me to talk? Like, when should I stop? You know how it's, like, there's things that you could talk about, and, like, they may be, like, emotionally draining to talk about, and your family just keeps bringing it up over and over again, and you're not, like, I don't have the emotional wherewithal yet, or at least now I do, but, like, to say, like, oh, that's enough, like, let's not talk about that. So that's something that like I've been learning, that, you know, just trusting my feelings and being like, okay, this is enough for me, this is the max, and that's okay. I'm not a bad person if I just cut it off. And so that's been something that I've been working on. But like my family is a little annoying about it. Like they'll be like, one of my cousins, he was like, yo, I heard you're getting back together with your girlfriend. Like, you know, your cousin just asked. And I was like, yeah, I'm excited about it. And he's like, that's a bad idea. Don't do it. And like, I was like, he's like, I don't think she's gonna say yes, bro. Like, don't do it. And I was like, all right. And then he keeps asking me the questions that everybody else asks, like, which is like, why? Like, why did you guys break up? Like, and I explained, and I was like, why do you think, like, are you lonely? Are you not lonely? I was like, these are good questions, but like, I've answered this like 3 or 4 times. And then he would start getting into like other questions. I forgot what else he said, but he was like, but I don't know. It's weird. It's like, it's weird to have your family. First of all, it's funny that I tell everybody, and I've realized that I should not be as open as I am. I should probably keep some things inside, not tell people. everything. And so that's something that I'm learning. And it's also weird because it feels like, on one hand, I feel like, wow, like, I kind of like fit the male stereotype. I was like, I don't know why. You know, like the ones that you're like, why? I said like, oh, I wasn't ready for commitment. And like any girl that I talk to, they're like, men. I hate men. I was like, I don't know why I'm like this. Like, it's just like, this is the way I am. Like, why? But like, why? I fit a box, but like, I don't like the fact that I fit in the box. So that's a feeling. All right. We're gonna talk about the internet now. That's where we're at now. Keep you on your toes. Actually, before I go, any thoughts? Any questions? Now that I said I don't like questions, you can ask questions and it'll be okay.
How old are you?
27. Yeah.
How high can you kick?
To my waist. That's pretty much it. I'm not very flexible.
Have you ever eaten pasta in the bathtub?
These are getting off topic, not where I thought I was gonna go. I'm gonna keep going. Patty, I love your questions. At least I didn't get pubic hair. That was crazy. I think it was, the internet's a funny thing. I feel like it was kind of the people who invented the internet were pretty optimistic when they first invented the internet. Like the names of the internet. You know, we have Internet Explorer, we have Safari. I don't know your guys' internet experience or habits, but I would not venture to say that it's a Safari. Like, that is the last word that I would say. You know what I mean? I don't like go out there and like get in danger or like push myself. It's like I was asking the internet, like, the questions like why. I was like trying to figure out, I was like, why? Like, what do people, they wanted us to explore. They wanted us to see the world, like expand our minds. That was what the internet was for. And I asked, like, I just typed in the word why, and I just wanted to see what are people curious about. And the question that came up was, why do I pee so much? I don't know if that was a very exploratory, you're not gonna grow with that answer. It's just like, I mean, it's curious, but like, I don't think that was a good, certain curiosity should die. I feel like that was a dying moment. But it's like all about personal gratification. Like, people on the internet, they wanted us to communicate with people, to make us smarter, push ourselves. They wanted us to expand our minds. There's like, but like we have like Uber Eats and Tinder and like all these other things that we use the internet for. Like, the only thing that the internet is expanding is probably our stomachs. I think that's pretty much it. In our messages, don't forget, how much time do we got? Like a minute?
We got like 30 seconds.
Okay, cool. They wanted us to learn how to communicate with people that we don't know. And do you want to know what I use the internet for when I communicate at home? I communicate with my mother, who's in the other room, and I ask her where the yogurt is because I can't find the yogurt, and I just don't know. I don't want to work hard to find it. That is that. Is there anything there you guys feel? Is that
Yes.
mildly okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Just curious.
Have a good rest of your night. Thank you to our host.
All right, everybody, give it up again for Sarush. She's got the nicest hair here. Sarush, the last time I searched why on the internet, I got why can't I stop crying? So, yeah. All right, so everybody give it up for your headliner today. He loves to go cruising, not that kind of cruising. This is Patty.
Hold on. Keep clapping. I'm always getting you out. Move your pretty little ass out of the way, Sarush. Keep it going for me. Damn it! First of all, Sarush is busy on his phone. He'll get with us in a second. Sarush, it is a completely natural thing to ask your mother where everything is. That everybody does that because we all know the uterus is a tracking device of some sort. I would like, Ma! That's what we call mothers. Hey, Ma, where are the scissors? She said, the good scissors or the bad scissors? Like, or if you ask her, you're like, Ma, I can't find my brown socks. She'll say, well, they're over in the second drawer. Just pull them. My mom's Irish, if you haven't get it. Just open the drawer, they'll be right there. And you go and you look, you can't fucking find the brown socks anywhere. And she's like, Mom, I can't, the brown socks are not in the second drawer. God help you if I get up out of this chair. And I find those brown socks. And sure enough, she would fucking find them. So it's not. Do you find you can't find things now that you're without a uterus? You find because you said that you don't ask directions anymore. No? I love the fact that you were desperately searching for a white person in the room. Where is the? Oh, and beep, 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 beep. You actually look like a woman who could model for a statue of a woman asking for the manager. That's how white you look. Billy has had to deny whiteness a couple times tonight. I mean, you kind of look like a gym teacher if you saw him on a date at Applebee's. But it's like, no. I love Sarouche, though. Give him a round of applause. We've had some wonderful comedy up here this evening. Sarouche is a lovely fella, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm going to make the announcement tonight. My wife and I have talked it over. We're adopting Sarouche. Yes. How about that? Can I get some love? My son, come to me. You're mine now. And that's for a simple reason. Sarouche has something none of my other children have. You know, I have 3 beautiful children. Actually, I have 5, but 2 of them are fucking annoying. We've adopted Sarouche because Sarouche has something none of the other ones have. That's a valid driver's license. All my other kids are alcoholics. I'm scared to get in the fucking car with them. I'm Irish, you know. We went over that earlier, so of course I was born drunk, as it were. But I'm very happy to be here tonight. There was this young man, Douglas. Was he great or not? All the way from Sierra Leone. I like how he said, you know, when I came from Africa to America, I felt that I had just escaped slavery and been free. Timing is everything, Douglas. Timing is very important in this life. Let me tell you something, because it was a different experience years back. Different, a whole different experience. But I remember I heard Douglas say, one of your friends just randomly said, hey, you ever think about having gay sex with a man? You think he's gay? Probably. But let me kind of, if you hang around with a group of like 7 guys, okay, there's always one of them that poses the unholy question. This question is, would you suck a dick for $1 million? First of all, do not answer that question. It's a trick question. What is he going to do with this information anyway? You know what I mean? Because, you know, obviously the answer is yes. You know, I'm not a homosexual, but, you know, I'm an entrepreneur. And first of all, I would be a terrible father if I didn't suck that cock. Because $1 million is generational fucking wealth, is what I'm talking about. You had 3 Jewish doctors in you at once. That is a Jewish girl's wet dream. Am I right? Also, I want to clear a rumor up. I'll get to this stand-up comedy in a while. Just bear with me, okay? There's a rumor that's been going around, and I'm not going to mention who started it, Holly Starr, that I attended Shabbat dinner on Epstein's Island. First of all, I want to say something. First of all, you can probably gather I'm not even Jewish, you know. But the answer is yes, I did. I did because I have a certain status that Holly will know of a Shabbos goy, which translated literally means one of the good ones. I don't know how I feel about that, Holly. But yes, I did attend Shabbat dinner on Epstein's Island, but I was only there to turn the sex toys on and off after the meal. You can fucking take your time with that. You do what you will with that. Persian pool party. Close your eyes and picture a Persian pool party. What does it smell like at the Persian pool party? Drakkar Noir and shawarma? I picture tiny bathing suits, like banana hammock ones. I picture them all the time anyway. It's not unusual. But is it me? Because I've been to Europe. I've been all around the world. And if you go to like the French Riviera, which is considered an extremely, you know, higher end, you'll notice that the size of the bathing suit is in direct correlation with how much body hair that person has. The more body hair they have, the smaller the suit is. The banana hammocks. Any banana hammock wearers here? Anybody? No? Ex-banana. He's a reformed banana hammock. And give it up for Lee the Velvet Schmeckel Schwartz here. Because again, timing is everything. I like the fact that Sarouche, who hasn't been on a date in 10 months, mocks Lee, who was actually getting some pussy. Oh, young man. Your whole generation, right? Like our generation had pussy whipped, right? They have simps. But at least if you were pussy whipped, you were getting some fucking pussy. And the Bushes make, well, give it up for Lee the Velvet Schmeckel Schwartz, because he's getting some pussy. I have hope for you. Look at you. You're fucking gorgeous. The guy is fantastic looking. He looks like he fell out of Tiger Beat. That's again, remember Tiger Beat? Yeah. And I'll tell you, like, there was some talk of the Bush making a comeback. I don't know, Doja Cat and Ariana Grande are admittedly sporting a Bush now. You know, and by the way, you know, the Bush does come back if you don't keep on getting rid of it. But it will return. And look, I don't know about this generation's fascination with bald fucking pussy. It's borderline pedophilia. You know what I mean? If God puts grass on the field because it's fucking game time. I lost my virginity to a chia pet back in 1977. I'm relaxed tonight. I don't know if you notice, I'm a little relaxed because I had a massage on the way over. And when I get a massage, I always ask for a woman masseuse, not because of anything sexual. Okay, because I can pay her 28% less. Oh. Well, no, I support women. I support women's right to choose who gets to use the ladies' room with them. I support that in every way. But what my point would be is my analyst, I have a therapist. Yes, I have a therapist, and it's a woman. And she told me that I'm clinically depressed because I admitted that I sometimes fall asleep while eating pussy. Well, first of all, I'm 61 years old. Raise your hand if you've eaten some pussy. Yeah, all right. Holly's hand almost went up. Almost went up. Almost. It was college. You can admit it. But it's hard work, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you were talking about the worst thing you ever bought was a car. You know the best thing I ever bought? They're called pussy goggles. Go ahead and get your Google machines out and Google pussy goggles. It's like a snorkel for eating pussy. Yeah, because it's hard to eat pussy for any amount of time and not get back up looking like you fell off your bicycle. I know. I think if you're really and the other thing is, you get the goggles, you got the thing goes. I'm getting Adrian just for shits and giggles, as it were. And plus, my wife is Asian, so the hair on her yaya is straight. So I need like glasses, or I get poked in the eye when I'm fucking down there. Look, you guys, I've been married for 31 years. It's very difficult to keep the valala in the boudoir, you know. By the way, just so you guys know, I'm here tonight to answer the question, what if George Bush were the assistant manager at Trader Joe's? Take your fucking time with it. This is great. You guys have been kind of great. Kind of. Some of them are, like, it's a very good-looking group. Like, give yourself a round of applause. You're some good-looking people. There's a couple shitbags here. I'm not going to point them out. But that's the thing in life. There's a shitbag or two. Don't focus on them. Don't focus on the shitbags. You're going to miss all the glorious stuff, you know. We can make our whole life about this guy's a shitbag, that one's a shitbag, wah, wah, wah. It's no good. No good. Look in the mirror. That's the person that can change your future. Like, I get what I look like all the time. I know what I look like. Like, you play tennis? Somebody told me recently I look vaguely like I play pickleball. That is a racist dog whistle. That means you look like an old white guy who can't afford to golf. I know what I look like. I suffer from a condition called resting. That motherfucker probably voted for Trump face. I know what I look like. But I want to tell you something. And this really in life, if there's anything I can teach you, it's have friends that fucking disagree with you. They'll teach you things. Like look, again, I know people that are Trump voters, and all Trump voters aren't racists. But all racists are Trump voters. And if the racists think you're racist, maybe you just, maybe you could be racist. I don't know. Just a thought. That went well, didn't it? Went well. Listen, I love you, most of you, and I want to thank you for putting up with me. And also, I want to bring someone to the stage who is new here, and I absolutely adore her. Will you put your hands together for the one and only Adrienne Russo? Will you do that for me? I am Paddy, PADDYFORCOMEDY. I book Wednesday nights at the Mix. So if you ever want to come by on a Wednesday night, be careful what you wish for. And again, you've been mediocre. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And good night.
All right, everybody, give it up again for Patty. All right, well, thank you all so much for coming. You guys had fun tonight? Yeah. You're gonna come back? You want to do it again? There's kind of seemed a little reticent about that. Well, anyway, this was the LA School of Comedy Friday night open mic. Please come back. Let's have everyone get home safe. And I don't really know how to end this because I've never done this before. So that's that. All right. Good night, guys. Killed me. You really got me. I was cracking up. Yeah.